Hi, everybody, and welcome to Cracking the Spiritual Code. My name's Randi Sands, and I'm very excited to have Stacey Martin, who's another medium, a good friend, and she also is the owner of Urban Edge, which makes absolutely amazing essential oil products. I asked Stacey to join us today because I wanted to talk about two products she has in particular. One is the Smokeless Smudge, and the other one, pardon language, but it's real. Let go of the negative shit. And first, I'd like to introduce you to Stacey. Stacey, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Randy.
It's always a pleasure. I absolutely adore you, so thank you, and thank you for spending the time to go over your products with us. Stacey, I know that when you started your essential oil line, you did it because you had some issues with pain, and you started with Fallen Apart. And I have to tell you, I love the product because it's a roll-on for those of you that don't know. And I have a little arthritis in my knee, and I can roll that on, and it's absolutely beyond belief because almost instantly the pain is gone. But what was it that took you from that to the smokeless smudge and letting go of the negative shit?
Okay, well, what happened was when I started exploring the essential oils, I started looking into the holistic spiritual realm as well. And I started going to these um, psychic intuitive workshops to grow your intuition and things like that. And I met a lady there who was holding the workshops, and her name's Kathy Mariu, and she has become a fantastic friend to me since. But she was saying, well, since you made this, why don't you make a smokeless smudge so I can take it everywhere with me? I mean, my friend Kathy, she lives by sage. It is just she she carries wands of sage with her and things like that. And so she's like, I need something that I could just plop in my purse and take with me, and I don't have to start a fire wherever I go. So I'm like, well, let me try that out. I guess I'll try it. So um, I end up getting sage essential oil, and that smells so strong that is so overwhelming. I mean, it doesn't, the essential oil form doesn't quite smell like the leaf form. And so I was like, this is kind of gross. It did not smell good. So I was like, okay, what can I put with it to make it a scent that people would like to wear or have sprayed in their house or wherever? I'm not the kind of aromatherapist that just puts things together for like the medicinal kind of application and has no regard for what the smell is. I know there's a lot out there that are like, well, these things, they work, so I don't care what it smells like. That is not me. All my sprays smell amazing. You can wear them as body and room sprays. So when I smell the sage in the essential oil form, I'm like, oh, this is just not going to do it. So I went and mixed it with like patchouli and clove and different kinds of essential oils to make it a really nice smelling spray. So Kathy, Kathy carries a big bottle, like an 8-ounce bottle, in her big purse everywhere she goes.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
I will tell you that it does smell fabulous. It absolutely does. And I do use it as a body spray, so I'm glad I'm not the only person that does that. So let me ask you this. Between the smokeless smudge and the letting go of negative shit,
Mm-hmm.
How do you recommend people use those? What's the difference between the two?
Okay, so the difference between the two is the cleansing sage is more like the ceremonial cleansing sage that you would use, like the wand and the burning. And it's meant to cleanse you and also your space. Okay? It's meant to do the same thing as a sage smudge stick. The nice part about the spray is that a lot of people when that are uneducated about what sage smells like, but they definitely know what pot smells like or marijuana. Um, the the difference is with the spray is that it has other things in it, so it doesn't have that smell. When I first opened my store, right before the opening, I wanted to cleanse the space, have it really nice, good energy, and I decided to burn sage right before I opened my doors, about 20 minutes to a half an hour before I opened my doors, and I smoked the hell out of that space. I really did. I mean, you'd see clouds, of smoke, and it was bad. It was like I was just starting to get into this, and I'm like, oh, I know, sort of how to use this, and it was pretty smoky, and I'm like, oh, I better open the back door and let this out. So when we opened the front door, there was people waiting in line to, the grand opening of the store, and people were coming in and they're like, what, were you smoking marijuana in here? Like, and I'm like, no. And they're like, it smells like marijuana in here. And I'm like, no, I swear. And they're like, yeah, okay, So I sort of learned my lesson, and now I use the smokeless smudge spray throughout my space, or I use Palo Santo, which smells like a sweet wood, instead of using a sage stick.
I find that amazing because to me, they smell nothing alike. But I will tell you, I had heard a story. I can't swear to it because it's secondhand, but it came from a good source. There was a gal out here in Florida that went out into the Everglades, and she was doing her spiritual whatever her spiritual thing is. And in the process, she was smoking. She was burning sage. She had two like this, and apparently a ranger smelled it, thought it was marijuana, confiscated it, and apparently gave her like a ticket or notice to appear, something along these lines. And from my understanding, a couple months later, they went into her job and arrested her. And it had to go to court. And in court, she won because they had to do some sort of testing and realize that no, it was not. But that's what she had to go through. So,
Yeah, to the untrained person, they smell crazy alike. It's just people think it's marijuana smelling. So, you go into your job, and if you're saging yourself beforehand, people are thinking you're gonna end up getting a drug test, So the smokeless smudge is nice because it has the patchouli and the clove and other essential oils in it that gives you a really nice smell that you can use as a body spray.
okay, and talk to us about letting go of the negative shit because I don't know much about that one.
Okay, so let go of the negative shit is similar to the cleansing sage. However, I created it with a different intent, and that is for those nasty coworkers or that family member that you just cannot stand. Okay, so the let go of the negative shit is for you to keep in your office or to take to family functions when you just can't stand it anymore and you're getting other people's funky energy on you, and it's not yours, and it is just so overwhelming that you just need to let go of that negative shit. So you know, people have coworkers that come into their office and they just, their negativity is just so much, and that it sort of just sucks right to you. And so this is meant to spray yourself off afterwards with the intention of dropping that negative shit and sending it to the center of the earth so that you're not picking that up. A lot of people are empaths and they can absorb other people's energy, and this really helps to combat that.
You know, you're probably going to have about 5 million people running out to buy it because all I can think about is family gatherings.
Oh my gosh. You know, there's reasons why you see people only once a year, you know?
Yes. And you know, I could just see somebody taking it to the family gathering and just spraying let that one person walk in. I think
Absolutely.
that's
We have people do that. I don't recommend it at work because you might get fired, you know, but don't spray somebody else at work. But, you know, you could spray yourself off. But yeah, I know at family gatherings, people just spray that person. It is so hilarious. I hear so many funny stories. So,
well, you know, you could always at work say, "Hey, I've got this amazing body spray. You want to smell this? Look at," and spray it above them.
right.
Woohoo!
Oh, there you go. Absolutely.
Woohoo!
At Christmas, besides falling apart, because falling apart makes an excellent stocking stuffer, but at Christmas, let go of the negative shit is our second bestseller. Yeah.
Thanksgiving too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
So
I know that because I know you. I know that all of your products are Reiki charged, they're crystal infused, and they're shaman blessed, which
yes.
is very unusual. So could you explain why you went that route, which I think is amazing personally, but a lot of people may not understand?
So I wanted to create products that had something more than just the aromatherapy. I really wanted to have that energetic component to it. So I added gemstones to the sprays, and the gemstones work in conjunction with the essential oils to create the desired effect that the spray is meant to deliver. So when I did that, I was talking to my shaman friend. He's a Peruvian shaman. His name's Jason Whistler. He's amazing. And he's like, well, why don't you Reiki charge those? Um, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So at first, he was Reiki charging them for me because I was not a Reiki master at the time. Since then, I've become a Reiki master. So when I create my sprays, I turn on my Reiki throughout the entire process. So I'm Reikiing the bottles when the water goes in, when I'm Reikiing the crystals and gemstones when they go in, I'm Reikiing the oils when they go in, and also when I'm putting the labels on, the Reiki is being infused into the bottle as well. And then Jason comes in and he actually provides a non-denominational blessing to every spray bottle, every bottle, including the roll-ons, and he will infuse the intent of what it's designed to do for the end user. So that's kind of cool, you
Well,
know?
it's more than cool. That is absolutely perfect because people practicing different religions or spiritual practices, it aligns with every single person because it is non-denominational.
Exactly. And a lot of people might see the shaman and be like, ooh, you know, it's witchy. It is not. It is non-denominational. He's providing a blessing. He's providing the intent in the bottle. So it has no religious bounds at all.
Absolutely. And now talk about the crystals because you actually have crystals in the bottles.
Yes, they're crystals and gemstones inside the bottles. They're all Reiki charged with energy. And then after you're done with your spray, you can take them out and keep them. They still hold the energy of what was in the bottle.
Wonderful. That is absolutely amazing. So what I would like to do is I would like to, for people that are interested, I would like to pull up a picture of both bottles so that people can see what they look like in case, like I said, they're interested. They can make sure they're getting the right product. So bear with me for 1 second. Okay. All right. So this one is letting go of the negative shit, which I have to tell you, I love your packaging.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. It's very classy. So
Thank
that's
you.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will pull up the other.
We were trying to go with a unisex, sophisticated kind of look.
I think you accomplished that. And there's a smokeless smudge, and this is my best friend. And I recently was scolded by Miss Stacey because I was keeping it in my car. Now, would you like to tell everybody why that's a no-no?
Sure. So with essential oils, they break down with heat and with light. So part of the sophisticated packaging, there's intent behind it as well. So I chose, I guess I keep saying we, but Urban's Edge. I chose a black opaque bottle so that no light can get in there to break down the essential oils. So Randi was leaving the essential oil bottle of this in her car in Florida, where there's lots of sunlight and lots and lots of heat. Very hot in the car. So you want to keep your bottle at like room temperature so it doesn't break down the essential oils. And so
Yeah, mine wasn't.
Huh?
Mine wasn't. So, needless to say, mine is out of the car.
Yes.
So, what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm also going to put up, in case somebody wants to contact you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put up your contact info, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely. And we also sell to brick and mortar stores. We provide wholesale to them so they could carry our product. And we also sell on Amazon. And we offer free Prime shipping. And we also offer free shipping on urbansedge.com.
Fabulous.
When you buy two products or more.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Well, I would like to thank you again for spending time with us. And again, for those of you that don't know, if you're interested in development, in mediumship, animal communication, you can visit crackingthespiritualcode.com. We have online classes which are amazing because you can do them from your own home, right here online. And we do about a half an hour lecture. We do some meditation, a quick praying, and then I'm able to divide you into groups with exercises, which is really beneficial because you get to practice with people from all over. So you don't know them. When you go to a local group, a lot of times you get to know each other, and then when you do exercises, the readings aren't what I call clean readings because you know too much about the person. And this way you get different people all the time, and that's really helpful. We also have a book club that goes through spiritual books, and it's a chapter a week. and it's very interactive. Everybody gets to talk about it. And what's nice about it is it peels layers off the onion of that chapter. So you get real in depth. And we will be going through all different kinds of books. I really hope that you visit the website and let us know if there's any particular spiritual subject or titles that you're interested in so we can put them on the list. And with that said, in closing, Stacey, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope to see you this summer.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Randi.
Oh, my pleasure, sweetheart. You have a great night. And everybody, wishing you a wonderful day, evening, morning. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to post this on social media. So it may be morning, it may be night. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.